Yeah, good afternoon. You're welcome to the Pundits on Flip TV. I am Christian Chiku, and with me is Mr.
Idowu Israel.
Mr. Idowu Israel, Mr.
Aristotle.
Aristotle. This is another edition of the program, Pundits on Flip TV. We look at topical issues and we dissect politics in different dimensions. As we start, I know you will love today's program. We know that money politics have become the anthem sung by politicians. We have moved from an ideological setting to self-centered politicking. A recent report has suggested the ignominious nature of what we call right in our political system. We are here to look at a modern image or something because we know that in the country today, if you're a delegate, you are making money. And a recent report of a lawmaker that shared the proceeds of his the money he collected. I don't know if that money is illegal under the constitution of the party. And let me read the story. Mr. Tanko Rossi Sabo. In his community are smiling today. For that, I say well done, Tanko. Let me pose this question to Mr. Aristotle. How do you look at the essay media to the former governor, the late governor of that state, saying that well done, Mr. Tanko, for collecting, will I call it bribe, or you are coming to share it with the community?
Thank you very much. It is a thing of joy to...
A thing of joy?
It is a thing of joy to know that you still have good people in this country. Because what we are trying to justify here, you are not justifying whether the money is bribe or whether it's right or not. But the judicious way, the way and manner is spent, the humanitarian nature of spending that money is something worthwhile. And when you call it a bribe, I don't want to, let us not debase it into calling it a bribe. You said it all from the ab initio that money politics has taken over the ideological politics we used to have before. And like I said at the other program, initially the party is always the one bringing in the politician, promoting the politician, giving support to the politician, giving money to the politician, which has turned around now. Now it is the other way around, where the politician will come in with money that nobody knows where he got it from, how he got it, but he will now come, buy the party, buy the leadership of the party, bribe the executives of the party, and before you say Jack Robinson, such a person will be flying the flag of the party. Now come to think of it, what happened at the PDP convention and what Mr. Tanko Rossi Sabo did is something that will change the mode, the modus operandi of what the roles of delegates ought to be ordinarily. I think with what we saw, some people are saying why President Buhari should not do consensus, or that they should not pick a successor, is the fact that the APC delegates, they are equally interested in collecting their own millions too. Because
I want us to give that a name. That thing they are collecting. Let's give it a name.
Let's
a nomenclature.
A nomenclature for the money there. I think it is an inducement. Let us call it an inducement. They are being induced. You understand?
Is that moral?
It is not moral. It is not moral. But like I told you yesterday, so many things are now in our polity that are not constitutional, that are conventional, and that conventionality has given it the sanctimonious nature of morality. You understand? Because now when it is now apparent that whoever emerges for any political office today in this country emerged not because of integrity, dexterity, charisma, or what have you, that it's such a person emerged just because he is a money bag and he was able to bribe more than others. And if you look at it, look at what happened. For President Buhari denied them statutory delegates at this current primaries that they are holding, is why we are having this gain. Because ab initio, peradventure it is the statutory delegates. I am aware that even most of this money shared, by the time they even share it amongst the delegates, their leader, the leader amongst them, will still now collect it from them and pick his own out of it and now give them peanuts.
Understand the process. You are saying that the delegate is appointed, not elected.
Yes, these ones are elected. These ones are 3 per constituent. These ones are elected directly by the people. And I am aware, I learned that Tanko Rossi Sabo contested amongst other people that and he made a promise that, my people, if I get back whatever I get from there, I will not be like the other set of people. I will not do the way they do. I will come and share it with you people. And if you look at it, $20,000 from Atiku is almost 11 million. $15,000 from Wike is almost 7 million. So what they are saying, this guy made between 13 to 19 million in 48 hours. And you can see the level of greed, the level of impunity, the level of recklessness at which our politics has degraded into, for just a delegate for a work of 48 hours. It's even not up to 48 hours. You make such an humongous amount of money reaping from the people, and that is why it will be difficult for you to see what you call the dividends of democracy, because when these people that spend this money get elected, the first thing is to recoup. But that is not our problem. Our own concern is that what Mr. Tanko Rossi Sabo did is praiseworthy, is noteworthy. It has really shown that this country truly, you cannot just be saying everything bad.
I may want to disagree with you whether it's praiseworthy or not. If you start a foundation that is faulty, whatever comes of it is not good. If you call this money they give them inducement and it's amoral, whatever he does with it is not praiseworthy. It's not going to be praiseworthy.
You see the level. We are living in a secular world where the word morality has even been derobed totally. Derobed in the sense that literally nothing can be done morally in this country any longer. And that is why you see armed robbers, you see people of different kind of kleptomaniac interest coming to church and donating huge sums of money to the church, to the work of God, and it's working, and they are being made deacons. So if you are saying money made politically is amoral, is immoral, is legal, is you understand? Edward Westermark said you cannot say something is right or wrong, moral or evil, legal or illicit. It depends on your own perception of it. Your perception of it is that ordinarily people should not be induced, people should not be giving money to vote. People should vote based on the integrity, the capacity, the effectiveness, the carryability of whoever they are voting for. But that is not the case again in this country. People are now being bought. People, let's just say they are being bought, outright bought. In fact, the word inducement is a child's play. They are being bought directly because it is being bought because you vote for the highest bidder. Anyway, that's what we had in the same Kaduna. Inside that same Kaduna, the son of the former vice president to President Jonathan Goodluck, Sambo, the son of Sambo, contested a federal house in that same Kaduna and wanted to use the image or the name of his father to ride on the people, but it didn't work. It didn't work because eventually he got 2 votes. And when he got 2 votes out of 37, he came out and cried out that no, he paid these people 2 million each. How come he has just 2 votes? You understand? And the aftermath of it is the fact that the current House of Rep member that is sitting there that wants to return to the Green Chamber paid more. He paid 3.5 million to them. So they now felt, even if you are the son of, forget that you are the son of Sambo, let you be son of Alex Ekweme. The money, the person that gave us the highest money
politics.
It's money politics, and that's why when you see Pius Ayim, he has I think 14 votes, and there are about 70 delegates. And when they asked him, he said if you give an Igbo man $1, he will forget his father's name. So we are living in a precarious situation. This is a time in our lifetime where if nothing drastic is done, which I don't see anyway, because the people are now becoming laughing stocks. People are becoming, look at a Fayose, a former governor, contested an election, went to that convention with 16 delegates. He didn't have a single vote, and he bought a form of 100 million. Now he's even fighting some of his aide. I even learned that he has even sacked one of
his aide
for voting for Atiku instead of a Wike. So you realize that we have monetized, we have bastardized the whole system. People are coming out not because of what they can offer now, but what they have been able to siphon kleptomaniacally in the past is what they are now spending to browbeat, hoodwink, and convince or confuse us into voting them into power.
I may call it vote buying.
Yes, I think that is the common Nigerian word, but you said inducement is not even morally upright enough. So let's take total outright vote buying.
The INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, says it will partner with Nigeria's anti-graft agencies to stop vote buying in the June 18th governorship election in Ekiti State. How do you look at how possible is this?
It cannot work. It cannot work because every election in this country, they are upgrading. They are upgrading the system of vote buying. You understand? So probably what they will use this next time will be a different approach. How can you stop vote? Even if EFCC officials are at the polling centers, they have different means of knowing who votes for them and who is not voting for them, because they have their party
officials,
party officials there that are working hand in hand with the INEC officials, and all you need to do is when you vote, just let somebody somehow surreptitiously scrutinize, let somebody know this is what I've done, and by the time you leave there, your money is waiting.
Because I will have imagined how Fayose got to know that his aide voted for Atiku.
Yes, he will not know, definitely. We did not know when you came with 16 people and you didn't have one single vote, and you know those people collected money. That's why I'm saying what this Tanko did is commendable because
I don't think it's commendable. What is wrong?
I know you are always saying it's wrong. You are saying it's wrong because the way and manner he collected the money, but he was elected to go and collect that money.
No, he was elected to go and vote.
He was elected to go and
not
vote,
collect
to go
money
and represent his people. And in that process, there was an inducement, a word you did not like. And during the inducement, what he got from there, he used it to the benefit of his people. So that is why I'm trying to, you understand, rebrand his act. You understand? Because you stole something, you stole a money, you understand, you stole and you use it to feed somebody that is hungry. So it is morally justifiable. The person
it is morally justifiable to say you stole something and use that money you stole to give to the poor,
because this is the only country where you celebrate thieves.
No, this is the celebration. I think is coming from,
no, not me. It
sorry.
Excuse me. It has become a norm now. This is the only country where people will go to prison for fraud, and when they are coming back, they will organize a drum beat for them. People will even go and sew clothes. They will do jersey, they will do cap, just because they are welcoming somebody back from. So it is gradually becoming a norm in this country for people to steal, and stealing now is now part of us. Nobody. You are expecting. Somebody just asked me, I think I said it yesterday, that so will Pastor Yemi Osinbajo tell the delegates that they should go and vote for him in Jesus' name? Is he not going to do vote buying? Is he not going to?
He's a pastor. He's a professor. He's a pastor.
He's a professor. He's a pastor. But is it morally justifiable for him to bribe delegates? But he will do it because
no. How do you know he's going to do it?
He will now, because delegates will not vote for him in Jesus' name. Can delegates vote for him in Jesus' name? They will not vote for him in Jesus' name.
There are some delegates that are upright.
Even which delegates are upright? Even when he was in Niger, he said it. I think Babafemi Ojudu, his campaign coordinator, said it, told the Niger delegates that already they have hotel accommodation and food for them. Where did he get that money? Is it from the church or is it from his salary? So if as you can see, the vice president is using government facilities. From the rate at which he's working, I think he travels between 2 to 3 states every day now. And whenever he's leaving, he will meet the kings, he will give them cola, which is money. Abi? I remember when during our student days, when we were doing activism, and there was this opportunity we had to, when we were fighting municipal struggle. That's University of Ibadan. That's late 90s stroke early 99, 2000, 2001. And we had opportunity of meeting Baba. Baba gave us 1 million to go and buy Tom Tom.
Tom Tom, 1
yes.
million naira.
How can you, in Faba 2000, you gave us 1 million to go and buy Tom Tom, and that is what you see now.
And you collected the 1 million naira, and you bought Tom Tom.
We bought Tom Tom now.
Okay.
We bought Tom Tom.
1 million naira Tom Tom.
The Tom Tom still dey my house. If na that one you want to. I'm just trying to tell you that we are living in a nation where they will police will tell you bail is free, but is bail actually free? If there is an offence and somebody committed an offence, if you go to police station, you have to bribe. So bribery and corruption, inducement and all these kind of things has taken over our polity.
Okay.
And we are at the receiving end. I don't know what, maybe after 2023, maybe something drastic, maybe a revolution of sort can happen. But for now, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
These delegates, are they a true representation of the people?
They are not now. They are not. Just 3 people from a constituency that has about 1 million people. When you elected just 3 people to go and serve them, so they are not a true representation of the people. But what this guy has done is that he only singled himself out for posterity's sake. I think in future, if this guy or his children or his family intends to do anything, the family, they will say, these people, they have integrity, they have small integrity. Now the son
integrity.
You see, in Nigeria, you are buying everything now. You are rebranding, you are malodorizing. You understand? That is why when a politician want to come out, you have a set of team of media people that will malodorize his already battered image, because politicians always have skeletons in their cupboard. You understand? They always have spurious past, dastardly past that can just, people can just come up one day. So that is why they need to. So if I say integrity now is being bought in the country.
Okay, let's look at this delegate that bought a car with his own share of the vote buying. And he had to show it. His name is Chief Agoro. Bought a car. Let's compare with the one that they give to his
now Chief Agoro wants to be using his own to do Uber now. So that is, this one is trying to be humanitarian in nature. The Hausa guy is trying to be humanitarian in nature by sharing with people. Why Chief Agoro just decided that, come, what I have is mine, and this is what I have. As you can see, I have used it. So even if people came to his house in the midnight to knock and ask for money, he can always tell them that I've finished it, I've exhausted it on myself. So there is no justification as to whether the person buy it for parochial means or for personal use. The only justification here, what make this trending and what this guy did, what make it exceptional, whether you agree that it's right or wrong, whichever literary word you use to coin it, is the fact that this guy has a human face.
Are you personally against vote buying?
Yes, now everybody should be against vote buy now. So it's a moral question. But everybody that is asked a moral question will always answer in the affirmative. You understand? So will I now tell you that I am in support of vote buy? But I know quite well that it is impossible for someone to win without buying vote.
Okay, if you're listening to us, this is Pundits on Flip TV. You can go to the live chat and also place your comment on the topics that we are discussing this morning. Who do you think is representing the people? Is it the delegate or the electorate? The delegate or the electorate? Let's look at an Osun lawmaker who protested barefooted. Let's look at we have very few people that do the right things in this country.
Thank you very much. I think in fact the 2 issues today has to do with people doing the right thing and people doing the bad thing. For an elected representative, a plenipotentiary of the Green Chamber for that matter, to embark on what happened yesterday, that is iconic. Iconic in the sense that these are people elected to go and be speaking, to go and be talking, to go and advocate, to go and agitate for the betterment, for an egalitarian society, for the betterment of the people, to force the government or to convince, confuse, or let the government know what the government is doing or is not doing. And if he can go to this extent of protesting barefooted, I think it has a lot of human angles to it, because it actually shows that we have lost, our structures are totally collapsed. The structures are just standing there, they are not effective, because if they are, I think the green and the red chamber ought to have put more pressure on the president to work more on how to recover these people, because why is actually protesting is that more than, we don't even know, there are more than 100 people are still captured. We know that there one has given birth, and 2 others are about to give birth any moment from now. And even what we heard now is that the bandits are not even threatening to kill anybody again. They are just collecting money, and government is using surreptitious and dummies to pay for these people, for you to know that it is business. Look at it. Since they are talking about primaries now, since they are talking about this electoral process, have you heard of any bombing? Have you heard of kidnapping? That is to tell you that these people is a business, it's a thriving business that they are doing, and they've forgotten that aspect now because they are facing the aspect of the money.
Yeah, there's a point you make. The lawmaker lamented that the terrorists and other criminal gangs are killing and maiming with many Nigerians abducted remaining in captivity, while the political elite are busy with electioneering towards the 23 general election.
Yes, the president is busy flying up and down, telling us that he wants to do consensus and bringing successors, and even the people that he's even talking about that are likelihood of his successors were part of the people that failed woefully. And this honorable is telling the president that, sir, Mr. President, you have failed in your capacity as the president of this country, because you have failed to secure the people. And the prima facie, the facile principle of administrative governance is security of life and properties, which the president has refused to do. So do you need a soothsayer? Do you need a blind man to tell you that the president has failed? And if the president has failed, who is telling the president? So I am so impressed, I am so happy, I am proud that yes, the man is from Osun State, that's from my maternal side, and you know Yorubas are always fearless. Even if you believe that, yes, even if you believe that this guy is doing this to score political points, he has scored a right political point, because he is speaking out at a time when everybody has decided to be
how effective
the effect is the fact that people already are aware. There is a reenactment of the fact that some 200 people are somewhere while Amechi is dancing up and down, the minister of transportation that ordinarily ought to champion the cause of releasing these people to boost his own. That's why I told you that there is nothing like integrity again, there is nothing like capacity again, there is nothing like effectiveness again, because looking at Amechi, if you want to vote an Amechi as a president, then you will look at what he has done as a minister, but practically he has done nothing. So what this honorable has done yesterday is a reenactment of the fact that our structures are collapsing fast, and they are not just collapsing fast, they are becoming a shadow of themselves, because they can no longer do what they are set to be doing or what they are expected to be doing. Because for an honorable that can just stand up at the green chamber, postulate, vituperate, and make a pronouncement, propose a bill for effectiveness and pragmatic way of getting these people out, for him to have exhausted all those means and come out and protest barefooted. And I mean, it shows that this country is no longer, things are no longer funny in this country. Things are getting worse and worse and worse every day, and everybody is just like, you know, this country, we are a kind of reclusive set of people that we always take everything as it is. So let's just leave it.
Let's look
it's time we soon go.
The Methodist prelate of Nigeria that was kidnapped. He narrated how the kidnappers collected 100 million ransom from him
and still killed.
No, they didn't kill.
Okay.
And he said these guys were Fulani, and they were working with the army.
That is what I told you. I said kidnapping and banditry has become a flourishing business, and the people running it are people that are in possession of armories and that have security backings, and that is why people like us will always laugh at a Pantami, a minister of communication that is just blocking people's sims just because you are
there's a notice now before the block the sim. There's a notice.
I know that there is a notice. I think what that thing ought to do for us is for everybody to be connected in this country, so that if banditry or a kidnap case happens, these kidnappers and bandits are using phones, they are using MTN and these glow lines to make contacts, to call the parents and the families of those people, and they are paying, and you are saying everything is working. Nothing is practically working in the country. So for a prelate to pay 100 million, do you know, people, even two university students, they paid 2 million. So it's now if they see you, the way they size you, if they talk to people around you, even if you have 50,000, you bring it. So kidnapping, banditry is now a business. It is no longer an insurgence. It is no longer an attempt to truncate government. They are not truncating any government now. They have made it business. Government is aware. They know where these
the government are. Is trying. They are trying to forestall.
They have always said they are trying, but you cannot tell me that they don't know the location of these kidnappers and these bandits. And what we know now is that they are even moving out of Sambisa now. They have realized that Kaduna Bush is more lucrative now because of its closeness to the FCT, and that means they are coming closer. They are coming closer. The next thing you will see, no, it has happened now. Shebi, in one of the northern states, I think Zamfara, the mother of the speaker of House of the State House of Assembly was kidnapped, and they paid. So let us wait until one day vice president or a governor will be abducted, will be kidnapped in daylight, and maybe that time, because that's what the man is saying, that peradventure members of the families of a governor or a member or a senator were part of those people that were in that were part of the Kaduna, that were victims in that Kaduna. Government will have done something drastic, voracious, to at least level that place and bring them out. But because their children are not there, their family members are not there, so they are not doing anything.
Yeah, once again, you're watching Pundits on Flip TV, and we are discussing topical issues. We are talking about delegates in Nigeria, how they display their wealth. When we look at these delegates, how would you say, how does it speak for our democracy?
Yeah, we are even already promoting delegates. Delegates are not elected. Delegates are only elected to elect people in primaries. They are not even the real voters. So the delegates don't even use a voters card or PVC. Delegates are just to, among the few people, select somebody that will be a flag bearer of a political party. But the way and manner delegateship has now been mystified in the country, delegates already are feeling pompous themselves. They are now, you understand, they are now considering themselves as something important in the society, which is not, and this is supposed to be a selfless service to the people.
There is this theory that if a politician spends money in an election, he's going to recuperate it when he gets into power. Looking at the money spent by the PDP, let's say over 50 billion naira. If they get into power, what do you think will happen?
The 50 billion you are talking is just money for delegates and money for posters and running around. It's not general election. They've not spent money for general election. So cumulatively, what you are saying is that between now and February next year, Atiku will have spent almost 1 trillion or 3 trillion. You understand? Because what is 50 billion? What is 50 billion when just one delegate collects 11 million? Because $20,000 is 11 million. And I think Atiku paid he had 370 votes. So calculate $20,000 times 370.
Or 11 million times
11 million times 370 people. That is just for the delegate. You are not talking of, you go to every state they go to, they meet their traditional rulers. When they meet the traditional rulers, when they are leaving, they leave, a Ghana must go. Maybe if they meet 20 traditional rulers, you give them 100 million. You understand? And cumulatively like that, by the time you spend everything, Atiku will have spent 1 to 3 trillion. And if he gets there, what do you expect? BPE, he started Bureau for Public Enterprises was started by Atiku and El-Rufai when Obasanjo was president. What they would do is they will just resell the remaining properties that we have, because I don't think we have any property again. NEPA, everything, they've been commercialized, they've been sold out, you understand, they put them under PPE and whatever nomenclature. Why? Their families and them are the ones buying, they are buying public properties with public money into their own private use, and before you know it, we will not. In fact, the problem now is we have been so frustrated to the extent that because you don't have light, you have to go and buy generator. Because there is no road, you have to find a path. Because there is no water, you have to buy merua. You understand? So government is practically doing nothing for us. So if they get there, what they will do is to remove and start empowering their own people. So there may be no dividend left for us.
Rounding off, let's look at the precedents that these delegates are showing. Will it reflect in the general elections?
That is why, it will not reflect in the general election, because it is just for this few, and that is why the president is like trying to frustrate the APC from conducting primaries in their forthcoming convention. And the delegates on the APC are saying, no, Mr. President, they give us money, they give us anything. Now we delegates, they make money, we now want to make our own money. You can't say consensus. We don't want consensus. Make us collect our own millions. So it is a bad precedent. It is a very bad precedent that has shown us that, okay, if a delegate can get that amount, then during general election, all they need to do is to tabulate that, okay, in this Kosofe local government, how many voters card do they have there? 3,000 voters card. How many people are registered voters there? 2,500. How many people you are sure will come out? 2,000. Okay, let us give them 20,000. You understand? And that 20,000 naira will be shared a night before the election. Everybody will have got it. So there is no role, no work that EFCC will come and do there, because obviously, are you expecting me to have 20,000 and take it to polling unit that this is the money I collected to come and vote? So we are so much bastardized, and like I told you, I am so afraid that 2023 we may not get it right. We may not get it right because Nigerians and Nigeria will not vote for the person or the people they wanted. We will vote for who they want us to vote for, because they will buy our conscience. They have been buying it, but this will be the peak of it.
We are clamoring that you don't sell your conscience.
But
you don't sell your conscience.
But when you don't sell
it's not the right thing to do.
It's not the right thing to do, but others are doing it, and you see others doing it, and you are not following them. You should not just be a Muibi Sonubi. There is a guy called Muibi Sonubi in Yoruba parlance that time. You understand? That was early 80s. He is a taxi driver, and he saw money, a bag of money inside his car, forgotten by a passenger. And what did he do? He took it to the police station. He was arrested. He was locked up for days before he was released, and he almost died in penury. So when people see opportunities and they don't take it, they will say, you are a Muibi Sonubi. Though, like last year, when it's almost 90 years, I think 88 or 89, one integrity group now decorated him, gave him a plaque that he's a good man, he has integrity. But I don't think anybody will have that opportunity again and miss it. Nobody will see, though we've equally heard of a policeman or even somebody that works at the airport that saw money and still took it, located the right owner. I'm not saying everybody in the country is corrupt, but the generality of our mindset is tainted toward kleptomaniacy, which is money.
Thank you very much.
Money has become the root of every good and every evil.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Honorable Aristotle. We've come to the end of the program today. Hope you enjoyed watching the program. You can comment on our comment section. What's your take on the topic that we have dissected this moment? I am Christian Chuku, and with me is
Idowu Israel Aristotle. See you again next time.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page, and also follow us on Facebook, Flip TV NG. I will say bye for now till our next edition of the program, Pundits on Flip TV.
Bye.
Bye.